Welcome to Rate the Audits, where we put misconduct under the spotlight, break down police encounters, defend rights, and demand accountability. Today's episode comes from Autistic Audits, so be sure to check the link below, subscribe, and give him the credit he deserves. I end this encounter. Autistic Audits peacefully films outside the BBC building from a public space, completely lawful, completely calm. But things spiral fast. Two unhinged officers show up, rattling off nonsense about a morning briefing and insisting he matches the description of a wanted person. With zero proper investigation and no lawful grounds, they press him for details. When he asserts his rights, they don't back down, they arrest him. Here's the twist. Autistic Audits partners with Hank's solicitors, takes the matter to court, and walks away with a lawsuit victory against these power-abusing officers. A textbook case of rights upheld and authority checked.
How are you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
What are you up to?
Can I ask you why you're engaged in it?
Stop there a minute.
Why?
I'm just trying to identify who you are, because you've got your face covered and you've... what's your name, please, sir?
I don't have to give you my name.
Okay, well, at this moment in time, we believe that you might well be wanted. Okay.
So,
Well, we'll cross that bridge in a minute once we've confirmed it. So that's why we need to identify who you are. It's all right. We'll do it another way. Just bear with us a second.
Can you start with your first name, please, sir?
don't believe I have to provide your name.
Okay. Well, I believe that you're wanted, right? Okay. Just by your description alone, right? So I believe that you're wanted off a briefing that I've received today, right? So we can do it one or two
Wanted
ways.
for what?
Well, wanted for an offence.
What offence?
Well, wanted for an offence of harassment, actually. So I need to check you out in order to see, A, if it is you, or B, if it isn't you, right? And if it isn't you, I'll bid you good day and off you go.
From the very first exchange, the officer's approach is fatally flawed. He claims the auditor matches the description of a wanted person, but his only basis is a vague morning briefing. No actual description, no specific offense, nothing concrete. Just pressure dressed up as procedure. That's not fact-based policing. That's fishing with authority. When the auditor rightly refuses to give his name, the officer doubles down with, "If it's not you, I'll let you go." That line alone reveals the problem. He's treating identity like a test you must pass to earn your freedom. But rights in the UK aren't conditional on satisfying an officer's hunch. The law demands articulable grounds, not vague briefings or gut feelings.
So if we start with your first name, or are we going to have to get a fingerprint scanner down here and find out who you are, or take you down to custody to try and identify you because you refuse to give me details?
I haven't committed an offence.
Okay, so if you haven't committed any offences, can I start with your first name, please, sir?
I don't need to give you my first name.
Okay, well, I believe you to be Christopher Green, and I'm detaining you currently.
I am not Christopher Green.
Right, okay,
that's fine. You'll be
that's
doing
fine,
it.
but you're currently being detained up until the point I can establish who you are. You're refusing to give me some details, so I need to establish who
Can
you
I
are.
please ask you to identify yourself?
Yeah, I'm PC 17768 Neil Williams.
And you, please.
Sergeant 15563.
Thank you.
Right,
Which
okay,
station?
So we make
West
it nice and
District.
easy for us and start giving just the first name, please.
Can I ask you which station you're from?
Yeah, I work with the Shore Police Station, work part of the X Department and part of the Transport Unit for Great Manchester Police.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yep.
So we're going to start with your name then, please. And if there's nothing wrong, then we'll send you on your way.
When the officer suddenly declares, "I believe you to be Christopher Green," the mask slips. This was never about responsibly identifying a wanted person, it was about control. The auditor, calm and compliant within the law, had shown no evasiveness, no aggression, no cause for alarm. His only offense was refusing to hand over his name without lawful grounds. That's a right, not a red flag. But what's worse is the officer broadcasting a full name in public. Under the UK GDPR and the Data Protection Act 2018, personal data must be handled with care, especially by law enforcement. Naming someone as a suspect without confirmation is reckless, potentially defamatory, and wholly unnecessary for establishing lawful grounds. If the auditor isn't Christopher Green, the officer has jeopardized two reputations: the auditor's, and that of the actual individual named, if they even exist. That's not policing. That's a data breach wrapped in authority.
It's not Christopher Green.
Okay.
100 Alpha.
And what is your name, please? And have you got any anything to identify yourself?
I don't believe I have to answer these questions.
Right. You don't believe that you have to add, right, okay. Well, I believe you to be wanted, right? So make it easy for us. Give us your details, identify yourself, show me some identification.
I don't believe I have to identify myself.
Well, you do.
We could arrest you, take you to custody and put you on a live scan machine. There's a necessity, if you're not giving your name and address, for us to verify who you are if we believe you to be wanted from the information we've got. So you can
I don't have to do that. You've not provided me with any grounds for an arrest.
Right, take your hands out your pocket so I can see them. I need to identify you. I'm trying to make it easy for you here, sir. So
I'm not in any threat to you.
No, not at all.
No, I'm not.
You had your hands in your pockets, and I don't know who you are.
Despite detaining someone in public, the officer still can't provide a single concrete ground. No specific offense. No actual evidence. Just a vague claim that the auditor matches a description. When the auditor presses rightfully for the legal basis of the detention, the officer shifts gears. Suddenly, the issue isn't the supposed description, it's that the auditor has his hands in his pockets. It's a blatant deflection. The officer knows he's on shaky ground, so instead of answering the legal question, "What offense do you suspect me of?" he invents a new problem. Posture. As if being calm with your hands in your coat somehow justifies detention. But the most telling moment is his own admission, "I don't know who you are." That's the heart of it. He's not detaining someone for committing a crime, he's detaining them simply because he doesn't recognize them. That isn't policing. That's suspicion built on nothing.
Up until the point that you identify yourself, make it easy for us, and if it isn't you, and I can establish who you are, and I can clearly identify you, then I'll send you on your way. Right, okay. But by you being obstructive at the moment...
I'm not being obstructive.
Well, you are, because you're refusing to provide some details.
No, because I don't believe lawfully that I have to give you those details because I haven't committed any offence of harassment. I'm sorry.
Right, okay. Well, I believe you to be wanted, so okay. I want you to... I need you to identify yourself in order for me to make those inquiries, and once I make those inquiries and find out that you are either wanted or you're free to go, I will then send you on your way. Okay? Oh, no, excuse me. I'm speaking.
You've asked me whether I'm Christopher Green, and I've said I'm not Christopher Green.
Right, and all I'll say to you is, right, identify yourself, because
stop giving me orders.
I'm the police here.
Speak to me respectfully.
I have done. I've tried.
Speak to me respectfully.
What I'll say to you is, you're not going anywhere up until the point that I can clearly identify you. Okay.
Right, but please continue.
There you go.
To speak to me respectfully. Okay.
So what's your name, please?
To speak to you always respectfully.
Your name, please.
The auditor has been calm, clear, and firmly within his rights, stating he hasn't committed a crime and doesn't have to provide ID without lawful grounds. But instead of responding professionally, the officer snaps, shouting, No, I'm the police here," as if volume and a job title magically turn unlawful conduct into lawful authority. That outburst isn't just unprofessional, it's telling. It exposes an officer who isn't in control of the situation or the law. He's rattled. And when authority figures get rattled without justification, they often lean on aggression, hoping intimidation will do what legal grounds can't. This isn't about resolving anything lawfully. It's about trying to scare someone into submission. And that's exactly why encounters like this erode trust in policing.
I'm not giving you my name.
Right, have you got any ID on you?
I'm not. I don't have to do this.
The problem is, we suspect you of an offence.
Why do you believe that you don't have to do this?
Because I don't believe I've committed a criminal offence.
Right, okay. Well, then make it easy for me, sir, right?
I don't have to make anything easy for you.
Yeah, you do, unfortunately.
No, I don't.
Why are you being so obstructive? If you're not committed any offence, we can check your details. Then
I don't have to discuss anything with you.
Why are you trying to avoid it?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Because it's going to be a long process for you if we have to take you to custody and put you on one of them live scan machines to find out who you are.
Well,
so it sounds straightforward. If you just give us your details, we can check if you want to not. If you're not, absolutely fine, which is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not Christopher Green, and I'm saying I'm not committed to offensive harassment.
Who are you then?
I've just told you I don't believe that I have to give you that information.
The auditor isn't being obstructive, he's calmly asserting his right not to hand over personal details without clear, lawful grounds. That's not avoidance. That's a citizen exercising the very rights police are sworn to protect. But instead of respecting that, the officer reaches for intimidation, warning that refusal will mean a long and unnecessary trip through custody. This isn't justice, it's punishment for non-compliance. The live scan machine comment lays the truth bare. Inconvenience and pressure are being used as substitutes for lawful grounds. When an officer defaults to threats simply because someone knows their rights, it exposes a deep failure in both training and mindset. Good policing doesn't lean on coercion. It rests on accountability. And in this moment, the officer couldn't have illustrated the auditor's point more perfectly.
And if I do, then I can give it to a desk sergeant, or I can give it to a judge.
Please, so I can see exactly who you are.
No.
I'm going to let go of your arm now, yeah? Okay? What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to be putting your hands in your pockets. Right?
I won't do that.
Okay? Because I need to be satisfied that you've not got something that can harm me or anyone else.
I promise you there's nothing in my pockets that could harm you.
It is, isn't it?
Boss, do you want to go and have a look at that picture?
So guys, it looks like I'm going to be arrested here. Could just turn this off?
Right, you're under arrest on suspicion of harassment.
According to the evidence, unlawfully arrested. I've now passed the case on to HNK, and they are currently considering all of the information before they either accept or reject the case, and I'll let you know what happens there, guys.